Zaria, I saw you on mute. Zaria, did you have something to say? Don't play with me either. 80K likes by 5:42 a.m. So you got 9 minutes now. Otherwise, I'm ending the live. Actually, Zaria, I had to say one more thing. Jackie Raquel or Raquel. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, ma'am. She said I get bitter every time I hear these convos. I was always the quote unquote good girl. I didn't get any perks. Jackie, that's what I've been talking about the last couple of days. So maybe it's not just the good guys, maybe it's the good girls that don't get any perks either. But I want to tell you, Jackie, you are appreciated, you are loved, you are respected, and keep being the good girl, okay? Do not conform. You are going to win in the end. You are going to get the perks, okay? You're going to be with the man that you're going to be afforded the option to not work. You're going to be going on vacations. You're going to be getting a new car every couple of years. So keep on being the good girl, okay? Don't be anything else. Zaria, did you have something you want to say?
It was in response to something earlier. Now I can't even really remember what it was. But if it comes back to me, I'll unmute
Okay.
again.
He knew you had something to say. I just seen you on mute.
Um, it, I had a
Somebody
funny.
saying this pep speech is hilarious. No, you don't. These comments going. I finally found my husband. It just took a long time. Yeah, you got to be in it. You got to be in it for the long haul, man. Listen, stuff that's worth having in this life does not come easy, and you're gonna have to work very hard for it. But you could have been a single mother, by Ladarius and Javante and Jamonte and Laquan and Keontae.
Mm,
Mad
th-
and on here mad at Noble because he's having these different conversations. But see, you can be in here and just this shit entertaining to you. You know what I'm saying? You're happy. So all I ask you, Jackie, is all I ask that I want you to do is I want you to because I have a little sister. I have an older sister too, but I have a little sister. I want you to spread the words, to people like my little sister and let them know that they should be the good girl as well. Because it'll be worth it in the long run.
yeah. I just want to say, I'm probably one day gonna get Ladarius, my cousin, to pull up on the live, so you can see all the bad you've been speaking about my cousin. I'm gonna have to let him know one day because it's
Call
just
Darius
crazy.
right now, bro. Call Darius on your tablet right now so we can talk to
Bro, it's like 6 in the morning on my side. He probably sleep.
him.
But I did have a question. I remember Black Jesus, he mentioned this very, it's just quickly, he was just speaking and he just said it, and I was just like, why do women do this? But I have a question, like, why do women have the urge to ask men to do things that they're fully capable of? Like when Black Jesus was speaking about things about when he got divorced, things just got exponentially easier. Like she didn't have, yeah, I had to deal with his ex-wife telling him to take out the trash, calling him to do stuff like that. Like, why do it seems I've found a pattern that women tend to ask men to do things when they see men not doing things, like when they relaxing or something like that.
But
When they possibly uh,
there's two reasons for the way that women interact with us with giving us tasks and shit like that. One of the things, number one, is that it's in a woman's nature to test you. Okay. You got to understand that they live in a different reality than we do. The ones that are there to protect them say the exact same things as the ones who are there to take advantage of them. And so part of how they figure out what a man is about, and they constantly checking this to make sure it's not changing, is to test you. Okay. So that's part of a woman's nature. It's 100 million years of reptile brain driving her to try to make sure that she's in a safe, secure relationship. So that's one of the reasons that a woman tests you. The second thing is that men and women are fundamentally different. Men have something called what's called a male burden of performance. And the burden of performance exists around three primary concepts. One, you as a man, you are responsible for doing whatever work is necessary to cover the expense of your own life. That's number one. Number two, you're responsible for your own safety and security. Nobody is coming to save you. Number
Facts.
three, you are responsible for your own happiness. Nobody was put on this earth to make you happy, to include your wife. You have to figure out what matters to you and make sure you get enough of that in your life to deal with the responsibility of the work of sustaining your life that is on you to do. Now, women are very different. This is why a woman can live with her parents at 25, 26 years old. Nobody thinks she less of a woman. But if you were a 25, 26-year-old man living with your parents, you're a failure to launch because society has different expectations of men and women. And so a woman is allowed to share the expense of her lifestyle with a man. A woman is definitely allowed to allow a man to be responsible for her security. And women are very comfortable to share the responsibility of their happiness with men. And nobody looks down on or judges a woman for putting those responsibilities on a man, especially a man that she's given access to her body or given her submission or commitment to. So that what you're talking about is an age-old dynamic that's never going anywhere. Is part of the harmony of how men and women get along together. Women are supposed to test you, and you're supposed to work to pass those tests so that you can make her feel secure about the fact that you're still committed to her. Because there are fathers that touch their daughters the way they're not supposed to. The men that are supposed to protect women sound and look exactly like the men who take advantage of them. And you have women who have had men in their life for 10, 15 years and then find out one horrible night that dude is a fucking snake in the grass that's going to take everything from them. And so they live in a different reality than you and I do. I got a homeboy who lives in a suburb on the other side of the state, make a lot of money, got a beautiful family, beautiful home, a wife and two daughters. His wife and his daughter is going out running in their neighborhood this one day. And then the daughter says to the mom, "Hey, did you grab your whistle?" The mom's like, yeah, I got my whistle. And they go. He's sitting there flabbergasted. They come back. He say, "What did y'all need whistles for? What the fuck, was y'all racing or some shit?" She was like, "No, our rape whistles, daddy. Our grape whistles." I'm gonna tell you something. You could send me to jail where they grape men, and I wouldn't think to grab a grape whistle. But a woman running in the early evening in a suburb thinks to herself that somebody might try to take the punani. They live with a level of anxiety that as a man, you cannot comprehend. You really can't. They live in a different reality than we do. So they are going to test you.
Another reason is also because sometimes women associate distributing tasks with a level of affection, right? And so maybe you're not spending time with her the way she wants you to spend time with her. And so doing these tasks is her knowing or seeing that you care about her or whatever. Or she just doesn't know how to voice like, hey, I'm low on affection right now. Can we spend time together? Without sounding needy. And so they assign tasks and stuff so that we can kind of spend time together.
Really quick. Everyone, please stay muted for 1 second. Guys, it's 5:41 a.m. We are currently at 80.7K likes. We have 358 people in here. I appreciate y'all getting to 80.7K likes. That's now my most liked live. Listen, I want to play a couple audios. Of some Marty content. Just for us to just to maybe spark some new conversation. Guys, it's 5:41 a.m. If y'all can get me to 92K likes before 5:53 a.m., I'll very much appreciate it. If y'all don't get me to 92K likes before 5:53 a.m., the comments gonna go off and I'm gonna have to end the live, okay? So 92K likes before 5:53 a.m. So y'all got 12 minutes to get me to 93K likes, okay? So please go ahead and do that for me. Let me play a couple audios. Okay, all right, guys. Okay. If y'all get me to 100K likes before 5:55 a.m. Central Standard Time, I will rotate the boxes for about maybe like 10 to 15 minutes. I'll have Marty stay up here, but I have Marty and Terrell stay up here, but I'll rotate the boxes. But y'all got to get me to 100K likes before 5:55 a.m. If y'all don't get me to 100K likes before 5:55 a.m., so that's 13 minutes. I'm not only gonna turn the comments off, but I'm also gonna end the live. So don't play with me. Let me play a couple audios here, and then we can have some. I want to hear what y'all ladies, listen, if this if this person that you're about to hear applies to you, I'm sorry, okay? I'm not the one talking. That's Marty talking, okay? So let me go ahead and play these couple audios for y'all.
A lot of women are delusional about how they look, what their real presentation is. They have begun to identify more with a person that they can make themselves look like with a wig and the eyelashes and the fucking Freddy Krueger claws and all the damn makeup, looking like a drag queen and shit. You think that you're more that woman than you are the woman you are when you get out the shower, when you take off the waist trainer and the Spanx and all of that shit. That's the chick you are. That's the chick. You're not the Halloween costume that you put on every day before you walk out into the world. And you've identified and based your confidence off of who you've been able to draw on your face. And then when you can't get outcomes that are consistent with that when it comes to long-term meaningful relationship, you say, you know what? It's because all men are trash. And it's not because I'm deluded. I'm completely out of touch with the reality of myself because I've let so many people sleep with me. It's because men are trying to oppress me. It's not because I don't respect the standards of the man that I wanted to marry before I met him. So now I don't qualify for him. It's his fault. We need to remove body count. That's the problem. It's not that me being a hoe has fucked up my future options. And it's bullshit. A lot.
Okay, let me play one more. Everyone stay muted. Slim said, hey, you mad entertaining. I've been here for over 2 hours and I don't know how to feel about this. I appreciate that, Slim. Let me play one more piece of audio.
Is going to marry you after you let the best of us use you up. And now it's time for you to marry on your level. And that level guy who doesn't know that you got a high body count goes ahead and marry you. And now you can't be happy with him because you don't let everybody else in the world sit up and smash your guts in. This is something that is real that women are dealing with. And y'all think y'all settling. You're not settling. You're just able to fuck people who are above your actual relationship range. And so you think you're settling when you're dealing with somebody that's inside your relationship range. A lot is going to...
Goodness gracious, guys. Marty is damn lethal. Oh my gosh. Misunderstood the assignment. You've been quiet for some time now. Thank you for staying muted and being patient. Misunderstood. What do you have to say about that? Does Marty need to be kicked off of TikTok? Listen, if Marty needs to be kicked off of TikTok, put a 1. If he needs to stay on TikTok and keep preaching his message, put a 2. Misunderstood the assignment. Are you still there or did you fall asleep? Oh, misunderstood the assignment. Listen, I know you sleep right now, but I appreciate you so much. It's always love. I always appreciate you supporting me. I always appreciate you coming up here. I know you said you agree with me 90% of the time, and that 10% is very bad, but I do appreciate you. You are asleep right now, so I am going to, respectfully get you off the panel, okay? But Taro, listen, guys, if Marty needs to be kicked off of TikTok, put a 1. If he needs to stay on TikTok, put a 2. I don't even know if that's the first thing I said, but Taro, how do you feel about that audio that you just heard? Is Marty ruthless? Does he need to get off TikTok, man?
No, he needs to go. It's about time. No, I'm joking. No, I'm playing. Look, the thing is, yeah, the first time that I came across Black Jesus content, I really didn't like him. I'm not one of the girls he's talking about, but his delivery, man, it's so cutthroat. But the more I was on TikTok and I was listening to the other girls, the girls he's talking about, the more I realized why the delivery got to be so harsh. You know what I mean? Why, not really harsh, just like no sauce, no padding, just straight, raw, the way it is. So, yeah, I'm agreeing with what he's saying. It's true. It's a bit hard for women to understand because we go through life, yeah. All our lives being told with a prize and never lower your standards, and it doesn't really matter what you do, there's always somebody out there for you, and and them things is really not realistic. Like, you have to just be realistic when it comes to certain things, and it's hard for women. Like, We don't have to be accountable throughout our lives. We really don't. And a lot of women's going to be vexed about this. But for example, if you got two kids, you got a boy and a girl, yeah, and they get in a fight, it doesn't matter what happened, you're going to reprimand the boy. You're going to say, no, don't fight with your sister. It doesn't matter what happened or who started it. You're just going to reprimand the boy. So women, we get away with a lot. And that's just like a small example. But we get away with things often, and we don't have to be held accountable a lot of the time. And so when it comes to things like this, it's really hard for us to hear. Even if you're not part of like the group that's been told, yeah, you just hear it hard, and you're just like, no, when you want to come to their defense and whatever. But really, some of the girls needed a bit harsh, man. We need to see what it is. And a lot of people will say it applies on both sides. It does, but statistically, it sways in our side more. So which means we need, you know what I mean? We need the talking to more right now. So yeah, Marty, Black Jesus got to stay on in these things. It's not going to be received well. I'm just saying, But I think the woman is listening, and I think some changes can be made.
Believe it or not, I've tried really hard to soften my approach. I, I just I'm trying to tell people to as much as I can tell them in 3 minutes. And 3 minutes is a long time to make a long time for people to listen to a video. But what I found now is because I do a lot of mentorship. I work in the high schools that are around my neighborhood, and I've got NFL players that work in the high schools trying to mentor young boys, and I talk to them. I got multiple dudes that um, they are football coaches, baseball coaches, basketball coaches, and I work with them and talk and mentor to their kids. I've spoken at churches. I've spoken at other live events and stuff like that, where I get up and I talk about mating and dating and family. I've sat on panels and talked to women who have degrees in women's studies and gone back and forth with women who have access to this data and gone back and forth and back and forth. And I'm trying to tell y'all what y'all need to know, but there's a very simple issue. Women seem to think about the world how they want it to be and what they think should be, and not how it is. So you'll say a woman that says body count don't matter. Well, you know that it does because we're talking about it, right? You know that it does to men. And then when you talk to the woman, she'll sit up and tell you why it shouldn't matter. Well, you can say what should and should not be, and we can discuss that. But if you're denying what is because of what should or should not be, then you are delusional, because delusion means I am not in touch with reality. So if I'm going to overlook reality because of what should and should not be, because I'm trying to manifest mindset reality to the point where I'm deluding myself about what is real, and then you get mad at anybody who points at what's real. You act like I'm the one that made body count matter. Take that shit up with the creator. I didn't do that, but it's my responsibility to tell my daughter, my sons, or anybody that I am mentoring the truth, so that they know how to move through the world and not take as many L's as they have to, so that they can get as many W's as they can. So I will tell you the truth. You may not like it. You may think it's toxic, and maybe it is toxic that the world is that way, but it's not toxic that I am telling you what is real. And you need to know it so that you can get the outcomes you want in your life. And if you want to be delusional because you don't like the way truth makes you feel, then you get what you get.
1 second, Marty. Marty, 1 second. Guys, it is 5:51 a.m. Central Standard Time. I told y'all that y'all have until 5:55 a.m. Central Standard Time to get to 100K likes, or I'm going to end the live. I told y'all, do not play with me. If y'all don't get to 100K likes within the next 3 minutes, I'm going to end this live, and that's going to be it. So y'all can play with me if you want to. Right now it's looking like we're about to fall short. So if y'all want to keep this show going, I highly advise you guys to start tapping the screen. Otherwise, this show is gonna end, and you guys are gonna either have to go to sleep, or whatever you have planned today. You're gonna have to do that. But I'm looking at the likes, and I'm gonna shut up. And y'all got 3 minutes to get to 100K likes. Otherwise, the show is gonna end. Zaria, as a woman, how did you feel about what Marty said in those audios?
I obviously, like Taro said, the tone for women is always going to be something people talk about. But like I've said multiple times on these lives, I was raised with like a dad who's like a real dad. Like he most of the time deliver a lot of information to me in that tone, especially with the seriousness, because when it comes to women, and how we protect ourselves from men and associate ourselves with men, it has to be serious. So I think a lot of people are going to listen more to his tone, but when it comes down to women and protecting their bodies as like temples or whatever, obviously not everybody views their body that way, which is something you have to dig deeper into. But I was raised to see myself as a gem, a treasure, an asset. So, I mean, we can't stop people from having frivolous relationships and sexual encounters. But look, you also can't complain when you, like Marty said, when you have, the consequences of those actions. Everything in life has a choice and has a consequence or an award. So you kind of just gotta figure out, which way you want to go, which path you want to go down. But I don't think anything in there was wrong, per se.
Inu, what are your thoughts as a man on what you heard Marty say in that audio?
Me personally, um, I relate. I dig everything. I dig everything Black Jesus was saying, especially when it came to the part when he was saying about you don't have to wear the makeup and the long nails that make you look like a alligator or something. I don't know, but all of that stuff, that extra stuff, me personally, I never been attracted. I don't really. I'm not even the type of dude that date women that wear a lot of makeup or long nails and colorful hair and stuff like that. It's just not my speed. And it's interesting. I always bring up the point that a lot of times women be like, every time I go out to the corner store or something like that, I'm in New York, so every time I go to the corner store and stuff like that, man, I'm trying to holler at me. I'm just like, I'm in sweats and I got this is I got a bonnet on and they still trying to holler at me. I'm just like, excuse me, but you look at that's your natural state right there. I think for the most part, men are attracted to women in their natural state more than often than they makeup on. From my perception, I've seen that men are more just attracted to women in their natural state. So for the fact that I don't know, but I guess for a lot of women, it's a culture for them to apply makeup and do all these things, and that's neither here nor there. But I definitely agree with that. And about the body count, I don't try to count. I don't try to ask and stuff like that. I don't ask. My thing is I don't ask, but I say things that has to bring up situations where she has to speak about certain activities and stuff like that, where I can get an answer. Because I'm not going to directly ask you, what's your body count? I'm going to say other things that can bring up answers to those questions. And I'm ask about histories or boyfriends or, what she likes to do and stuff like that. Like just to receive some sort of history to see if she's like out there. I'm not really a type of person that want to deal with a person who's really out there, or I'm more like a Rasta man, so completely different lifestyle from a lot of people that lives in the States. So I definitely do agree with a lot of things that Black Jesus said. The
Yeah.
tone is neither here nor there. I personally don't care about the tone. I heard women speak about these same things when it comes to men being not trying to be ambitious or want to be better for themselves or not being able to attract women or this, that, and the third. And they have the same tone as Black Jesus, but I received the message because of the fact that it's truth. So
Yeah, Marty, 1 second. Marty, 1 second. Listen, it is 5:57 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. Y'all got me to 100K likes. We have 287 people in here right now. We are currently sitting at 102.5K likes. Thank y'all so much for getting me to 100K likes. Like I said, my previous most like live was 78K. Um, I didn't expect to be on here as long as I have tonight, but it has been a great stream. This is what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have Enu, Zaria, and Taro. I'm going to just have them, say their last words, speak on whatever they want to say about the live and the host, and then I'm going to end this live, and then I'm gonna bring Taro and Marty back up, and then I'm gonna have Mr. Alex and Slim and maybe one other person come up on the new live. Okay, so guys, again, thank you so much for getting me to 100K likes. I very much appreciate it. So Enu, brother, say your last words on the live, and also speak on how you felt the host conducted himself during the live tonight.
Well, my boy, you did your thing as usual. You was over here. Hey, I ain't playing with you. If y'all don't run them likes up, I'm really gonna end this live, and y'all gonna have to go sleep.
Right.
That was funny. That was funny. I love that. And I'm over here tapping. I'm trying to get it up just cause you're my boy and I want to support it. So, get it going. But I seen people on this live. I'm like, I ain't about to do no tapping and stuff like that. I'm just like, that makes no sense. It's like this guy's providing you his time and stuff like that for you
Exactly.
to be in it. You don't have to do that.
Right.
So the chat is gonna be the chat. So I just leave that at that. But for the most part, the live was dope as usual, respectful. I love how I just like seeing people talk and stuff like that. I already know and I understand my type of culture that I partake in because I'm poly, so I've been with multiple women. I dated multiple women at the same time and stuff like that, and I'm in a different set from most people who just date monogamous and live a certain lifestyle. So these type of people y'all really speak about, I really don't come across too often. I mean, I live in the areas where they exist, but when it comes to the dating world, I don't come across them too often. So I'm here just watching and putting my input and whatnot. So, but yeah, the life is good. The panelists, dope. I'm grateful for all of y'all. I hope y'all continue to exist how y'all want to. Make sure y'all don't buck break as well as trying to break us. Um, Keep building. Y'all great. And I hope all y'all get $1 million. But I'm out.
Thanks. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. Always love. Always appreciate the support. Y'all, please go on my brother Enu's profile. Make sure y'all are following, all the co-hosts on the panel. Make sure that y'all are making friends in the chat. Y'all go check out his music. Please do me a favor. Go check out his music. Big Zaria, final thoughts on the live and how you felt the host conducted himself during this live.
I don't have many final thoughts. As a good conversation as usual. I like being here mainly because conversation, whether you agree or disagree, it flows. It's nice. It's not condescending. That's why I like it over here. Um, but yeah, basically we have been on here for hours and your girl's about to go to the gym and get Starbucks. So I
Right.
wish you all a great day. Have a safe holiday season. Um, and have a great evening, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Zaria. It's the morning, but have a great day. You too, Zaria. No, guys, after this, I'm gonna close this live, and then I'm gonna give y'all like 30 more minutes with Slim and Mr. Alex and Marty and Taro. Okay? No, Marty, you didn't get reported. I dropped you. Taro, final thoughts on the live before I end this one, and how you felt the host conducted himself tonight.
Really good life, as always. Greatest show on earth, greatest host, 10 out of 10, as always. I just wanted a quick comment on the fact, a lot of people is talking about ladies, men like natural girls. We don't do the makeups and thing for the boys. We do it for the girls. It's not for you lot. We do it because we're in competition with the girls. You know what I mean? So men like to think we're doing it, the nails and whatever for you lot. It's really not. Because if you're a nice looking girl, you can pull men doing whatever. So I just wanted to clarify that. But otherwise, 10 out of 10. As always, content is on peak. Audios were great. I'm glad we made 100K. Thank you to everybody who kept tapping. Yeah, and really great panel as usual. We had a really awesome panel. Misunderstood was great, and everybody else. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you, so. I will see you on the next live as soon as I end this one.